This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive in the latest in TV news and reviews. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and guy who can't believe this bullshit, Stairmaster.
I can't believe this bullshit!
Wow, you seem like a guy who really probably shouldn't be a cop.
I thought I was gonna be the dad.
No.
I had a bit lined up for that.
Well, you want us to be the dad?
Well, it's too late now.
With me is my dad, Stairmaster.
Son, I believe I knew your mother. Tell me, Jimmy, does your mom go to Dockside Bar? G.I. Joe!
Worth it.
Yes, for the two people who'll get that.
And with us, as always, is our other co-host and son of a mass murderer, Kioran.
Hey, guys. So, I just like to solve crimes. It's a good time, I think like a murderer. It's good.
Yeah, that seems normal.
Yeah, I feel good about it. Hey, Swanson.
Yeah?
Do you want to be alone with me somewhere sometime soon?
Not
hey,
really,
would you
buddy.
like to go to a secondary location?
No, to be honest, both of you are sort of giving me creepy vibes right now. Stair wasn't at first, but then
Hey, don't worry, I'm chained to the wall.
Oh, that's probably for the best, because you do seem to just sort of be creeping up on me.
Yeah, Swanson, let's go to a location that has no relation to either of us, and where there'll be no other people around.
Oh, okay. Let's stay here in the podcasting safe zone that I've made for myself.
Oh, but they've got microphones in here, and they're going to hear what's going on.
Also, we record inside a slaughterhouse. Is that really that safe?
I mean, yeah, it's relatively safe, unless you're like a cow or a pig.
It's a real pain to edit those screams out.
We have all these swinging meat hooks in here.
Yeah, but they're usually fine. Like they don't.
Whoa!
People don't.
That one almost took my head off.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for them occasionally, but it's fine if you're just hanging out.
I think I'm just gonna lay on the floor so I don't get meat hooked for the rest of the podcast.
All right.
Well,
you do you.
Well, personally, for me, I think that the adrenaline boost from the meat hooks really helps amp up my podcasting potential.
It gives you big podcast energy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what'd you guys watch this week? Anything interesting?
Oh, I rewatched Transformers, directed by Michael Bay.
Oh.
I've kind of come around on that movie. It's all right. It's got the second act really drags, but besides the weird screenwriting ticks, it's a decent action film.
Are you going to watch the second one with the racist robots?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to watch the one with King Arthur eventually, though.
That one's probably also dumb, though.
It sounds like it's the right kind of dumb, though.
Yeah, speaking of the right kind of dumb.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah?
No.
I didn't actually have a setup. I don't know what I was doing.
I was just going to say, that film would have been better if they just cut out Shia LaBeouf and made Megan Fox the hero.
Yeah, that's not going to fly in Hollywood.
Not in Michael Bay's films.
A movie? Also, I've been watching more of the Clone Wars.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm on the second season now. It's gotten better, animation-wise.
Has the brutal deaths continued?
Yes. I'm pretty sure I saw a neck get snapped.
Oh, damn.
You're pretty sure?
Yeah.
Did the sound effect not give it away when they went?
Yeah.
When you snap
Also, there was
someone's neck, do
literally
they go? When you snap someone's neck, do they go?
Depends on how much of I guess. They did like a plot line on the Clone Wars where like they were reinvading Geonosis, the desert planet, and the flying bug people had a queen that produced worms that could reanimate corpses.
Ooh. So they have to fight zombies.
Yeah. You could just blow into them with blaster fire and they would keep coming.
I don't like that. That's creepy.
And like Poggle Lesser, the Geonosian from Attack of the Clones, was just there, and you never get to actually see what its opinions on this are.
It's just like, that's cool.
What kind of opinion can you have on it other than that's bad?
It seems like he was in favor of it. I mean, he led the Jedi there and the clones.
Yeah, I think anything that's going to reanimate a corpse is probably a bad thing.
Yeah.
Just on a general principle.
Also, it works on Jedi, and they can still use the Force.
Dang.
Oh yeah, it can take you over while you're still alive, by the way.
The Force?
Yeah. Yes, both. I'm done.
Anyway. Yeah, I have some bad news.
Ooh.
You didn't watch any television this week?
No. Well, I wish I didn't watch any television this week.
Did you see something?
Uh-oh.
I watched more of The Island.
Why?
I'm writing a piece on it.
For whomst?
The New York Times.
Yeah. I'm doing a deep undercover assignment for the New York Times.
What did you see?
Bad. Look, spoilers ahead for The Island. By episode 3, they already revealed that it was a simulation.
Oh, but why did the conch have wires in it?
No one explains that part.
Was there a lab coat guy?
Yes.
But he
there
wasn't
was also no. He was just sort of a figure that was there for a little bit. The main person who was there is this like rich Texan-esque character.
Like from The Simpsons?
Yes, but he's all in black instead of white. Because that way you know he's bad. And he runs a prison facility, and this is a test to decide nature versus nurture, ? The way they say it in the show makes it sound like the writer went to one psych class.
Yeah.
And then dropped out.
Oh.
My friends, I have a grand experiment. We shall create the island, and we will see whether or not nature triumphs over nurture.
By putting them on an island, I guess.
But also not stripping them of their nurturing. Because they still have tons of human knowledge.
Yeah, that makes that part weirder. Anyway, it remains a profoundly dumb show.
Like, once that rape happened, shouldn't they have concluded?
Oh, that guy rapes again, too.
Whom?
What do you mean? Like, who does
he rape?
The lady from the Kate Bosworth's character. The lady with the knife.
Oh, no! Wow. And I guess that's their comeuppance, huh?
And then he gets murdered.
By whom?
What?
We don't know. We don't know as much as I watched. I'm not watching anymore. I only need to watch 3 episodes to get the gist of it. But his murder is blamed on our main lady, and she gets beaten up by the rest of the people. Wakes up in a hospital, and that's when we learn that it was a simulation.
So why does she wake up in a hospital, but the other people who get brutalized wake up on the island?
That seems to be a mystery that's going to continue to be ongoing for the rest of the show, I guess. Because
she's the chosen one.
She's guy,
the main character.
Yeah, she's Neo.
Prison boy warden boy seems pretty confused by it too.
Why is this one awoken? Is she special? Asterix.
She's the one who will restore balance to the island.
Anyway, look forward to that piece that's coming out probably sometime next week.
I must give her a sword.
Oh, do you think she gets a sword in later episodes?
Yes.
For some reason, I don't think so, but I wouldn't put it past this show.
Even in episode 2, she keeps finding items like she's the main character in a video game.
Like she's just a JRPG protagonist. Like
yeah, she
finds
a raft. She finds a raft.
Wait, did they not take the raft off the island?
She takes it onto the island.
That's the opposite of how rafts work.
And because no one had still decided to build shelter in the time between episodes 1 and 2, they use it as shelter when a giant rainstorm happens. And then they still don't build shelter afterwards.
Well, why would they do that? She's gonna find them a shelter.
I'm sorry, Swanson. They didn't have money for a shelter prop.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to modify the tropical island they filmed on.
I forgot to mention this last week, but each episode of the show cost $2 million.
Yikes.
What do they spend it on?
Yeah, I have to assume drugs. Because that is not on screen. Anyway.
Was it like $1 million to rent the space they filmed on?
Yeah, it was $1 million to get a single beach and then maybe a waterfall location in Hawaii.
Maybe they're filming in like a Pacific war zone.
They have to edit out all the battleships.
Yeah, maybe there's like some Japanese holdouts on the island. They had to pay a PMC to root them out.
So they spend $1 million to get that terrible CG shark?
Yes.
Probably.
No, that was a real shark that attacked the actor. Yeah. And they had to ad-lib.
That shark was actually on loan from a Sci-Fi Channel show.
I'm seriously trying to figure out what that budget could have gone towards, because there was nothing in the first episode.
They stay in the same location other than the waterfall.
Maybe it was a sign that cost all that money.
Oh yeah, it does look like it was expensive.
The 3D printer broke down, so they had to go find a sign that said you must find your own way back.
Maybe they created an actual simulation, and the actors were in it.
Smalls, I think you figured it out, and there's going to be men coming after you.
He knows too much. He knows too much. Shut it down. Shut it down.
What's this? I'm in the pod land?
You're in the pea land?
Gross.
Will you step into my magical realm, Swanson?
Sounds weird. I don't want to do that. Keep your magical realm to yourself, buddy.
Speaking of magical realms, don't you have one for us?
Yes, the news zone. It's where the news happens.
Uh-oh.
You know what I love, guys?
The Oscars.
Sort of.
The Tonys.
Colder.
The Medal
Grammys.
of Honor.
I love the Emmys.
What? What's that?
That's that time of year where when you're not talking about movies or music or theater, you're talking about TV.
Sounds fake as hell.
I mean, it's as fake as really any award show.
Yeah.
So, it's time to discuss the winners and losers.
Chernobyl.
It's true. Chernobyl won a decent amount of Emmys.
Like real Emmys and not like the boring creative arts Emmys?
That's right. They won Best Limited Series.
Wow! That's accurate.
And they won for directing.
Fair.
Good job, Chernobyl.
And outstanding writing.
Yeah.
I regret to inform you that Jared Harris did not win for Chernobyl, however.
Well, I'm sure someone more deserving got it.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I won.
No.
Wow.
It wasn't Kyorain, but it was his close personal friend, Jarrell Jerome.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Herod Jarrus.
He did work in When They See Us, what was the name of those people again? I already forgot it.
Central Park 5.
Yes, the Central Park 5 miniseries.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It was a thing. I haven't watched it yet, but
why didn't we watch it for our show?
There were other things on, probably worse things.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know in a battle between that, and Chernobyl which one would make us feel worse, but
probably Central Park 5.
I feel like my white guilt would kick in immediately. So yeah.
No, don't worry, Swanson. I saw a YouTube video saying that they're not innocent.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, well, I guess they're not then.
And also, Slavs aren't white.
Yeah, trusted source.
Damn.
YouTube.com.
Huh. Very interesting. In other interesting news, Ozark is still a thing, and it won an Emmy.
What?
For what?
For directing. Jason Bateman directed an episode of Ozark and won an Emmy.
Got Best Directing.
For a drama series, not a limited series.
Oh.
I thought they won like the best trees and television award or something.
Wait, Ozark or Chernobyl?
The Ozarks? No.
Because they did have that shot of the Red Forest. That was pretty spooky.
No, not the actual
trees.
forest, Kia. A television show.
All right. I'm
Also,
pretty sure that show's just trees, though.
it might be more interesting if it were just trees.
I don't even remember anything about Ozarks, and I'm pretty sure I watched like a full season of it.
The story of the night for the Emmys, until the very end, was that Game of Thrones was getting shut out of all of its categories.
Good!
Outside of supporting, best supporting actor, which went to Peter Dinklage one last time. Which, fair, I guess, out of anybody.
They should have given it... Oh, they can't give it to Jared Harris.
They could have given it to Jonathan Banks, who's been nominated every year.
Yeah, that probably would have made sense.
I broke my boy. What have you accomplished?
Yeah, the classic line. Kit Harington missed out on getting Outstanding Lead Actor because outstanding is not a word I would associate with him. And instead it went to Billy Porter, the first gay African-American man to win the award.
Oh, good for him.
I thought you were going to just say the first gay African-American man, full stop.
Yeah, he's the first, right?
Okay.
John Oliver won, I think, for the 5th straight year for his Outstanding Variety Talk Series, which, I mean, when
give it to Jared Harris instead.
Considering he's up against James Corden, Jimmy Kimmel, Samantha Bee, Trevor Noah, and Stephen Colbert, it wasn't like a huge race. Saturday night.
We need to make our own nighttime reality show.
Imagine if John Oliver had to compete against podcasters like you or me. He'd get, like, demolished.
Yeah, I bet you we could do
We
better.
would be like Thanos.
Yes. Expand on that.
We're just better than him.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, sure.
So, Thanos' thing is being the best.
Kinda.
As I said, these Game of Thrones did eventually come out on top in the Outstanding Drama Series, beating such shows from the podcast as Better Call Saul, which was our TV Tuners show of last year, and Bodyguard, which I forgot got nominated.
Oh my god. So what you're saying is they should go and suck our collective asses.
Sure. And also beat out other shows that I like Killing Eve and Succession.
I don't like any of this.
It also beat out Ozark.
No, not Ozark.
Oh man, I kind of wish Ozark had beat Game of Thrones.
I think I would have chuckled to myself.
Yeah.
Okay, what if Ozark won and then they presented the award to a tree?
Like a tree was on stage.
Yeah.
Like the whole night there's a tree on stage. And then at the very end it makes sense. That'd be good payoff.
They hand
honestly.
the award to the tree and the tree turns around and Eric Andre's is in it.
Very good.
And he startles the award giver.
This is the first Emmys in years that hasn't had a host. Which seems like a thing that they probably won't continue to do because this was also the lowest rated Emmy in years.
Make Eric Andre host it.
Do it, you cowards. Anyway, now that the Emmys are over and we're done talking about them, we can forget that award shows exist for another year.
Aren't
So
we
without
an
a
award
host-
show? Don't we?
Yeah, we're an award show.
Yes, we award
give
a
out
show each
awards
week.
every. Yeah.
I guess, in a way, we are an award show. Yeah.
Without a host, did they just like have a computer give like the statements, or what's up with
No,
that?
they just had the people who were gonna go up on stage and like present for the awards. Just do like random cutaway, like random setups for the video packages they've made or something.
I'm just imagining a computer being like calculating baldness of white male anti-heroes.
Yeah, I
Error,
would. I
no
think a
nagging wife
computer-
detected.
I think a computer would be really good at it. I would like to see a computer host any award show. And then it would just go all like 2001 on them. I'm afraid I can't give you that award.
Processing Ozark.
Ozark Protocol reached.
3 million trees detected.
Anyway, it's time to talk about a show that I don't think ever won an Emmy, but it's getting rebooted anyway. Walker, Texas Ranger.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Can't believe
the
my
Chuck-
boy Chuck is back.
Ooh, it's a reboot, not a revival. Sorry, Stairmaster. Chuck's not in this.
Yeah, Chuck's dead.
I could believe that.
No, Chuck Norris is very much alive.
For now.
For now. He is old, though, I'm pretty sure. But no, instead, this new Walker, Texas Ranger is being played by Jared Padalecki, who people of a certain ilk might know as Dean from Supernatural, one half of two brothers.
But no Hank?
No Sam.
Oh.
Hank is the venture bro. Animated character Dean Venture is going to be playing Walker, Texas
Very
Ranger.
bold to do the whole Who You Framed Roger Rabbit style.
Yeah. I would watch the hell out of that.
A 2D character
Yeah,
on
hanging
screen
out with Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
firing a gun.
For those who somehow don't remember what Walker, Texas Ranger is, it was a Chuck Norris.
Like me.
It was a Chuck Norris starring show where he was a Texas Ranger who he did shit.
Solved crimes every week and
Usually
roundhouse kick people.
Yeah, usually solved it by roundhouse kicking people.
And
I
the
think
first
it's,
couple seasons were like super violent and made every like concerned parent in America afraid.
Yeah.
So they toned it down and made it more Christian, and also introduced a subplot about Chuck Norris's character being Native American and being able to astral project into,
Hold on, what?
Into the genetic memories of his grandfather, who also looked like Chuck Norris.
So they upgraded it.
Yeah, it sounds like an upgrade.
Yeah.
That part doesn't appear to be in the reboot. Instead, this is going to be a straight reboot, like CBS's versions of Magnum P.I. or MacGyver, with a new incarnation of the beloved title character.
Now I'm flashing back to like just watching Walker Texas Ranger reruns at like
Why don't
2
they just
a.m. in the
reboot
morning.
everything at once?
What'd you say, Keo?
They need to reboot every single thing at once so we can get it all over with.
Yeah, I don't like this staggered reboot thing. Just give me one reboot of everything that's ever existed. That way I know which ones to suck.
Let's do like a crossover reboot where we cross over everything that hasn't been rebooted into one show.
Oh God! So it's
Oh
too
boy,
many
yeah.
cooks.
It'll be like Marvel Endgame, but worse.
Or better.
Okay, what if Thanos is also in this?
So like all the characters in all the series are trying to stop Thanos?
Yes, Goku will fight
Yeah.
Thanos.
Yep.
Yeah, we should probably pitch this to somebody.
Okay. Who?
Let's pitch it to Walt Disney.
Let's pitch
Oh,
it
okay.
to Bob Igor.
Let's pitch it to Frankenstein.
Let's pitch it to God.
Oh, dang. Okay,
No,
well,
God has forsaken us
Again?
I hate it when he does that.
for crimes against podcasting.
Well, we are guilty.
Yeah. Was it because we killed Mark Maron?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Among other atrocities.
His only son, struck down by us.
It was because he kept asking me who my guys were.
That's a really annoying question.
Anyway.
I fully understand your frustration, Swanson. I do not blame you.
From one revival to a show that has not been revived.
Uh-oh.
Hulu recently has gotten a sort of boost from Disney buying Fox because now Disney owns the majority stake in Hulu and is planning on using that for the Marvel TV shows that it deems too violent for Disney+. Wow. Shows like Ghost Rider and...
Can't wait.
Hellstorm.
And Inward Man.
Well, yeah, he's coming later. Unfortunately, it seems like Ghost Rider might no longer be working out for Hulu.
Oh,
what?
They gave up the Ghost?
I've been waiting for Ghost Rider to come out.
They gave up the Ghost Rider.
Want my Skullboy on the small screen right now.
They are not going to Ghost Ride that whip?
It appears they will not be Ghost Riding this whip.
He rides a motorcycle, and he does
He's
something.
part motorcycle.
Actually, this version of the Ghost Rider character is Hispanic and rides a sports car.
What?
I
Okay,
should do a movie
cancel
about
it.
the World
Cancel
War
it.
II Ghost Rider who had a Sherman tank.
What about the World War II Ghost Rider that has a biplane?
You mean World War I, dumbass.
Yeah, okay.
Look, the only thing acceptable is he rides a horse or a motorcycle. Anything else is just wrong, okay?
Well, there is a Western Ghost Rider who rides a horse.
What?
Seen in the Ghost Rider movie that no one remembers.
Yeah, that's okay, but anything else is wrong.
This current incarnation of the Ghost Rider was originally introduced in an arc of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the show that everyone says, that's on?
It gets good after 5 seasons, Swanson.
Why didn't that win an Emmy?
I think people have to remember something exists before they give it an Emmy.
Isn't it on its final season?
Yes, I believe so.
Good.
Ghost Rider apparently was going to follow the Ghost Rider that was introduced there, as he went to his own adventures in Hulu land. Unfortunately, it seems the creator of the showrunner of the show and Disney executives reached a creative impasse, and he has been let go. The showrunner was the previous showrunner for The Punisher.
Oh.
So apparently they didn't like his cool ideas for, I guess, shooting people or killing people or blood stuff.
He wanted like an extra skull, and Disney said no.
Ghost Rider only has one skull, buddy.
It's like got a conjoined head coming out of his neck.
Imagine 2 skulls. Anyway, what I was thinking about was not since this guy was already doing The Punisher. In the comic books, there is Cosmic Ghost Rider, who is a Ghost Rider from the future who is Frank Castle.
Good. Wait, is this like... So wait, did Frank Castle sell his soul to the devil?
No, he's a 2 million year old Frank Castle who died, became Ghost Rider, and then became the Herald of Galactus.
Why would he become the Herald of Galactus?
Why not?
That's like a big crime.
Well, yeah, he's just vengeance. He's not solving crimes.
I think eating some planets is probably a pretty good idea, kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
John Barenthal.
That's our friend.
Friend of the show.
Anyway, it remains to be
guy
seen
who looks like me, John Barenthal.
I have to go now.
You wish.
Well, some guys told me I looked like him.
Yeah, that guy was probably mentally unbalanced.
Probably. This was in the Navy.
Anyway, it remains to be seen whether or not Hulu is going to try and find a new showrunner, or if this Ghost Rider is going to be resting in hell.
It's canceled. Hashtag canceled.
Hashtag canceled. Hashtag Ghost Rider. Hashtag red pill.
Hashtag spook pill.
Oh, you don't want a spook pill. All right. I understand we have a new segment Kioran's told me about. Hit the theme, Snare Master.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's my life. Do 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 do.
That's a very fitting theme for our new segment. This is the racism test, where I'm going to ask the two of you a question to determine, which of you is more racist.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Begin.
I wish N-word man was here right now.
Yeah, he would probably win most racist.
Yeah. Okay. So, question number 1: a black man is walking towards you with a large jug containing a beverage. What beverage is inside of that jug?
Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
Swanson?
I figured water.
Okay, so why did you give your particular answers?
I assume he's carrying the jug to, party or something for his friends and family. Maybe he's hanging out with the family, having himself a party.
Water just seems like the most hydrating thing to carry around in a jug. If I was carrying something around in a jug,
I think Swanson just watched too much National Geographic, and he can't stop thinking of African people carrying jugs of water across the
I think Swanson is being pretty racist about this.
How many African people are carrying around jugs of water?
There's the whole thing of people out carrying jugs of water to their families.
They got 2 of them, but they got the stick, so the stick's on their shoulder and the weights, and they're counterbalancing each other.
Yeah, so Swanson, you are in fact racist.
Oh, so was this one question?
Wow, I guess we solved it.
Well, I mean, there's a scale of racism, but Stairmaster, you are racist as well.
Oh no, why?
Because
there's black people don't drink Dr. Pepper?
No, they do drink Dr. Pepper plenty, but it's also stereotyped that they love soft drinks.
Is it?
I'm sure it is.
What was the correct answer?
Yeah, he was carrying a jug of milk because he wants to promote. Yeah, he wants to promote.
Oh man, imagine if you lived in the 50s and you had a black milkman.
Ooh, that won't fly.
He wants to promote strong teeth and bones, and he's carrying a jug of milk. Oh, so he's doing it for his
community, huh, Keo? Like that isn't a trope?
I mean, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah, that's a positive thing. So you both have one racist point.
Ooh.
Not doing so hot.
Oh.
All right, so question 2. You are planning a fishing trip, and you have received applications for your fishing partners.
Wait, I'm asking for applications for my fishing partner? I have no friends in this scenario?
Yeah, you have no friends in this scenario, so you've taken applications.
What a sad existence I lead. I want to go fishing so badly.
Well, I mean, if you asked us to go fishing with you, do you think we would go?
I would hope so.
I'm not going fishing with you, Swanson.
Yeah,
we're business partners.
Solely.
Unless I'm getting paid, I'm not going.
Yeah, just because you nutted on me a few episodes ago.
At least a couple.
Okay. So, as I've said, you're accepting applications, and you've received quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, you've received 5 applications from black men.
Mm-hmm.
2 from Latino men.
Oh, shit.
Why was... Okay, we'll get to that, I guess.
I thought I was just going to be choosing between black and white here.
There are other races.
I know, but I didn't think that would come up.
3 from Asians.
Oh, fuck.
And 6 million from white applicants.
Oh. Wow, that's a lot of response to my fishing trip in Kuwait.
You're able to accept 3 applicants for your fishing trip. What is the correct?
Am I doing interviews?
No, it's strictly based on the race of the applicants.
Wait, isn't that in itself racist?
Of course not. So, what is the racial makeup of your choices?
Three applicants. That would mean I would want one white person because 50% of America's white. So I would guess I would pick one black person and one Latino person?
Uh-huh. Swanson?
I would pick probably an Asian person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably a Latino person, and then
wow, Swanson's really struggling here.
Maybe, yeah, I'd probably get a black guy too.
Yeah, unfortunately, you guys are both racist.
What?
The correct answer was you pick 3 white men.
No, that's racist.
Keo, you're just continuing the white majority, Keo, right?
Yeah,
the vast majority of the applicants were white.
Yeah, I'm giving a chance to these other people who. There's a reason that there's more of the whites than the other ones because they don't feel like they'll get picked.
Yeah, that's why people can go fishing with each other.
I'm trying to build a community here, Kyorain.
They've clearly got plenty of opportunities if they're sending out so many applications.
Are you saying that the other minority people can't go fishing with each other as well?
Well, I mean, I didn't see any inquiries for their own party trips.
I'm saying that they're more deserving of preferential treatment in this case, like from a moral purpose.
No, if you take a random sample of the applicants thousands of times over, almost all of them are going to be all white. So,
I'm not being random. I'm being delivered here.
So you're both racist. You both get another racist point. Really, really shameful showing here. This is pretty miserable.
White people are inherently racist. So isn't this like multiplying negative numbers together?
Also, you just asked us to pick based off race, which is inherently racist.
You're not supposed to argue with me.
We have laws against that, especially if I'm paying these people.
No, Italiano.
Look, he's denying it.
All right, so
he's a race traitor.
Question 3. You are a serial killer.
Okay.
And you're scoping out your very first victim. I need you to choose your victim based on sex and race.
Oh. Okay. I can just pick any?
Yeah.
I mean,
you're free reign to pick whatever you want.
Come on, Stare. I know you're going to answer it. So.
I'm waiting for you to go so I can say mine.
Do you know yours, or are you just...
I figured it out.
Yeah, I'm probably going to pick a white guy.
Oh, I was going to pick a white guy too, but specifically myself.
You can't serial kill yourself.
It's the only way to stop it.
Then you're not a serial killer. You're just
at all costs.
That's not a valid answer,
yeah, it is.
Here, let me explain my answer a little bit. I picked a white guy because it would seem as if the white guy would be probably the easiest person to murder.
Racist.
Why is that the case?
Okay, what if I had said Donald J. Trump?
That's a specific person.
It's a white guy.
Also he's he's an orange guy. Hey yo.
He's what? Wow, Stare, you really got the fresh gold content there.
Thank you.
Like, yeah, the correct answer. The correct answer was a black man.
Why would I kill a black man?
They have it hard enough as is.
So both of you guys have three.
Hold on, points. If we kill a black man, the police won't investigate it, and that won't be any fun for us.
Yeah, the whole point is about getting noticed. That's what serial killers love. Right?
This question is deeply flawed.
black men are sorely underrepresented in...
No, they're not. They just don't get reported on.
Also,
serial killer victims.
Wouldn't the perfect murder actually be a black woman?
No, that's sexist, which we're not going to explore here.
Haven't you heard of Ed Buck?
Who?
The guy from California, the Democratic donor, who black men keep showing up dead at his house of meth overdoses. And it's only like after the third reported one that he's actually in court. And it's not even for murder.
Yeah, he's not a serial killer. He's just a meth guy. Nothing suspicious.
Well, one of the witnesses, one of the victims, testifies that he came at him with a buzzsaw on one occasion.
That's a little scary.
That seems normal. You never had a wild party?
All right, you guys ready for the final question?
No.
Yeah, I figured out my new murder victim.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
I got my gun ready.
Oh, yeah? Is it in your hand right now like mine?
It is?
Yeah, that was the sound of my gun.
Wow! It wants it so fast!
Huh, so does that mean the segment's over?
Yes.
Give me the last one. I want to see. I'm not ready to figure out if this is a flawed test yet.
I mean, it kind of is if there's 4 questions.
Nah, let's figure it out.
So you are the CEO of a Fortune 500 company.
Oh, no.
And you are ready to retire, you know.
Good.
You've done a good job.
No,
You're pretty happy, but...
Yeah, I've done a pretty bad job, actually. I probably inherited this from my dad.
If I'm that rich, I'm a bad person. But go on.
You're ready to, you know, pick your successor.
And I apparently don't have children.
No, that would be what do you call that when you just pick your kid?
Nepotism.
Yeah.
Whatever that word is. Yeah, nepotism.
Neapolitanism.
Yeah, it's when you pick ice cream.
That'd be a good
What
CEO.
What question you asked us last time? Something ice cream related.
What's last time?
Like a year ago.
Anyway, continue.
So you're ready to pick your successor.
Mm-hmm.
Your candidates are Gerald, a white man. Scott, a black man. Tony, an Asian man.
And this is all the information I have on my successor?
Hold on, I find it kind of racist that you made Gerald the white guy.
Why?
You just assume that's a name for a white person, like a black guy couldn't be named Gerald?
I mean, this is
why
just,
would I
this is his given name.
And 4, Emily, an Asian woman. Who do you pick to be your successor?
Oh.
Well, this test isn't about sexism, so obviously Emily's out.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Gerald.
Interesting. Stare?
Well, I'm just going to split the company up into 3 separate parts and give them to all of them, since they...
Apparently,
Answer,
we don't know anything about our successors.
Emily doesn't get shit.
Apparently, we don't know anything about our successors other than what sex they are and what race they are, and we're just
Emily
told to
doesn't get
choose.
anything, by the way.
Yeah, Emily doesn't. Yeah, I think we've already disqualified.
Well, yeah, I knew based on your answer that you were already excluding Emily. So yeah, good job, Stare. You are officially not racist.
Wow.
Your 3 racist points have been expunged and have been applied to Swanson, who now has 7 racism points.
Wow, the wisdom of Solomon.
Wow. Well, I guess I can say the N-word now.
Yeah, and Swanson will be elected president in 2030, which is definitely an election year.
Yep, that's right. Classic election year.
It will be.
Classic election year 2030. I can't wait to install The Purge. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so, and Stairmaster, you get nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, it turns out racism pays a lot.
I won't be making that mistake again.
It's nothing but racism from now on.
I hope you guys have learned a lot today.
Yeah.
I've learned absolutely nothing.
It's funny. As soon as you get suspended from Twitter, you stop being racist.
Huh. Interesting. All right, well, it's time for another segment, near and dear to everybody's hearts. It's Guess Who's Coming to the Fall TV lineup. Hit the theme, Keo. Are you Keo Rain?
Hello, I am Keo Rain.
Anyway, welcome to Guess Who's Coming to the Fall TV lineup. It's our last round of this as the Fall TV begins.
And now
You're
we're
gonna put
doing
the gun
CNN.
down, Swanson?
Not until we're done with this one, because the loser gets shot.
Mm.
No, I'm kidding. The loser gets my gun.
Wow.
Or sorry, the winner gets my gun.
Oh, I'm much excited now.
And the winner can do with it what they please. Anyway,
I've already got plans.
Oh no.
We've gone through the other 4 broadcast networks, and we've saved the best for last. ABC.
CNN.
ABC, CNN, not a broadcast network. Also, not one beholden to fall TV schedules. ABC is the only network, the only major network, streaming or otherwise, that we have not covered a show from yet in our 50-some-odd episodes.
And I hope to continue that for many years to come.
I think this is a very deeply shameful trend.
Well, we'll find out. Maybe we'll find a show in this batch that we want to watch. Anyway, I have 4 shows for us. I've also added a little bit of a bonus for you boys. One of these 4 shows is fake. After I am done with the description, you will have an option to tell me whether or not you think it is fake. If you are correct, you will get a point.
Wow.
All right. This first one is called...
This sounds really hard, Swanson.
We'll find out. This first one is called Mixed-ish.
Oh no. Okay, so it's about this family that has a mixed race couple and some kids who go to school and they do some sitcom drama type stuff.
Okay.
That's the only answer, I think.
And they go on adventures.
Oh.
Okay, they do not go on adventures. They literally just do sitcom stuff. And they explore the dynamics of having a mixed family.
Ooh. Tough. All right, let's see. Rainbow Johnson recounts her experience growing up in a mixed-race family in the 80s and the constant dilemmas they had to face over whether to assimilate or stay true to themselves.
Dilemmas sound adventurous to me.
This family's experiences illuminate the challenges of finding one's own identity when the rest of the world can't decide where you belong.
The world's involved. That's definitely adventure.
I think
the world's involved in everything, I think.
Okay, I did skip some stuff from this long summary, so I'll go back to this, which might clarify some things. Bo's parents, Paul and Alicia, decide to move from a hippie commune to the suburbs to better provide for their family. So yeah,
it's an adventure.
It doesn't sound like... I think that doesn't happen in the actual shows there.
Oh.
It sounds like there are no adventures in this. Keo gets the point.
Damn.
One step closer to that gun.
Stolen from your grasp, Stairmaster. I thought you had this...
Don't you already have a gun?
But then you would have 2.
Oh.
Also, you won't be able to stop me because I'll have all the guns.
Yeah, and only Swanson's gun can wound me.
Huh. Did you get upgraded?
Yes.
Yeah, he recently powered up.
Oh, dang. I really need that gun.
Anyway, I assume everyone realizes that this is a spin-off of the show Blackish, and that's why they're not going to ask me if it's fake or not.
Oh, I thought it was just
it's real.
I thought they just ripped it off.
No, this is
they just totally stole it.
Rainbow Johnson is the wife from the show, so.
Oh.
They got divorced at the end, or what?
No, the Blackish is still going on. This is a spinoff.
Oh.
I think the second spinoff from that show. Anyway, this next one is called Emergence.
Oh, this one's real.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's okay. So, like, there's some psychic paranormal stuff, so they gotta send in, like, an FBI lady to investigate, and things get all disturbed.
Okay.
Disturbed?
Yeah, like what? Like a picture is turned upside down? Like, what do you mean by disturbed?
Like, maybe they look in the mirror and they see, like, two of themselves. Ooh. Who knows?
Ooh. Well, that sounds really spooky. Dang, I really have no idea. I guess that I think there's an alien in this. I think this show, they find an alien and it's like, wow.
Here?
Mulder, is this a event?
Yeah, and they go on adventures. Also, I think it's real.
Mulder, is this an emergence?
Hold on. What do you mean by I think it's real?
I mean, I don't think you made this up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you thought this was based on a real story or something.
No.
Oh, that would be bold.
I
would have respected you a lot for that.
That would have been a very bold gambit. Emergence is about a police chief who takes in a young child she finds near the site of a mysterious accident, who has no memory of what has happened. The investigation draws her into a conspiracy larger than she ever imagined, and the child's identity is at the center of it all.
No aliens.
I mean, the child...
No psychic powers.
The child could be an alien.
The child could be psychic. I mean, there was a mysterious accident.
Ooh, yeah. I guess we're going to have to give Stare this point. All right, well, it's time for this next one.
Okay, this next one's fake.
Oh, you're not even going to let me go through the description?
It's 50-50. I'm taking my chances.
Okay. This one's called Stumptown.
Oh, fuck.
The show follows Dex Perios, a strong, assertive, and sharp-witted Army veteran with a complicated love life, gambling debt, and a brother to take care of in Portland, Oregon.
Hold on, is this...
We're supposed to guess what it was once.
No, Stare was already right.
Oh man, if you had called my bluff, I would have thought that was real.
No, that's a real show.
Wait, it is?
Yeah, now it's time for Sudden Death Round.
Wait, so is this a fake show?
This one I'm about to say the name of the fake show, and you have to guess what the fake synopsis I came up with is.
Okay.
The winner gets the gun.
All right. Wait, so no one gets the point for guessing whether this one's real or not?
No.
So it's 2-1 right now.
That's right.
What?
Wait, is it? Nobody gets a point at all for that last one. So it's just...
Well, you said it was fake before you read it, and then you just read it all out.
It's not anything to anything. Whoever gets this wins.
Okay, if you say so.
This one's called Party for One.
Party for One. I would have thought that was real.
Okay, so it's a guy hanging out in a hotel after the end of the world, and he's all by himself.
There's a guy. He goes to a restaurant by himself, and it changes his life forever.
And he goes on adventures.
Swinging Bachelor.
And he goes on adventures.
Swinging Bachelor and part-time GJ, Mattitude McGruder, lives the life of sex, drugs, and party all the time. But that is all about to change when he meets the son he never knew he had, and is forced to try and put his lifestyle on hold. With love...
This isn't a party of one at all.
With love and a whole lot of patience, he might just discover that raising a child is a party all of its own.
It sounds like a party of none, or a party of two.
It's a party of one because he's raising his single child.
Yeah, but the child's part of the party.
The child is too young to party.
It's not literally a party, Swanson.
You're asking too many questions. Keo gets the point.
I win.
Here's your gun.
Give me that gun.
Oh, no!
Oh, he killed that guy over there.
Antonio!
Yeah, why'd you kill our podcast benefactor, Antonio?
I was actually aiming for Stare.
No. Do not cry for me.
Antonio. Oh. Keo.
Antonio, be quiet.
Keo, how could you?
Is he dead?
Oh, okay, yeah, he's dead. I can't believe you killed our best friend. Noted figure on the podcast, Antonio.
And money giver.
Okay, here's the deal, Swanson and Stairmaster. If I commit a murder on the podcast, you don't announce it so everyone knows.
Well, I mean, they did hear the gun go off on the show, and then someone go, ugh!
But they didn't know who it was. I could have gotten away with it.
I mean, the suspect pool... I mean, it would be kind of easy to narrow it down based on context clues.
If a gun goes off, someone goes, ugh, and then the three of us keep talking, they assume that someone else was in the room and got murdered.
We do record in the same slaughterhouse every week.
Yeah.
You could have pretended that you were gravely wounded.
Watch out for that
something.
meat hook, by the way.
Oof.
Yeah, I learned how to dodge it pretty well.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, though. Sometimes they come back around.
Yeah, and sometimes they switch up the patterns.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that, but it seems like they're messing with us.
Yeah.
It couldn't be that they're haunted.
Well, the manager did say he doesn't like podcasts.
It's true. He said he doesn't have time to listen.
Oh my god, that guy's such a whiner.
Also, he didn't like us bringing Antonio around here and his associates.
Yeah, I guess he won't have to worry about that anymore.
He's like, oh, get off the kill floor. You don't belong there.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of blood on the kill floor, Keo, right?
He's like,
yeah, I really hate laying here.
He says, quit bringing that equipment around here. The acoustics in this room are horrible anyway. Why are you even here?
Yeah.
But little as you know, we become really good at filtering out the sound of that very slow fan.
Or the sound of the animals dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good job, Mr. Editor.
Well, we just make it sound like it's our death cries sometimes.
Yes, the fall TV season has begun in earnest, and we start with our first of the batch, Prodigal Son, a show from Fox.
Ooh, boy. This show's got like some Dylan McDermott energy.
It does. It was missing... It's got big Dermot energy. It really could have used the Dylan McDermott, but what role would he have played? Don't say Killer Dad, because it wouldn't have been that.
He would have been the son. They would have aged him up and everyone.
So the Killer Dad would have been like 70?
Yeah. They would have gotten Donald Sutherland.
I would have thought he would have had the role that Lou Diamond Phillips had of being like the weird cop dad.
Oh. I don't see how Dylan McDermott couldn't be their lead in this.
He would have been perfect as the son, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been... I mean, I really would have loved to see Dylan McDermott cut off a dude's hand. Man, it's been a while since McDermott's been on my television. I think the last show he was on was that airline show.
The one that I missed out on.
Yeah. I mean, he was like... I think he was in an episode of American Horror Story recently, but that was about it. He was murdered.
Oh, no!
Why would they kill him? He's a national treasure.
I looked it up right now, guys. Dylan McDermott is set to appear in a show on Netflix coming soon called The Politician.
Oh, I hope he's the politician.
He does not have a starring role in this, sadly.
Oh,
fuck you.
His role is unknown.
From Pokemon?
He's a mysterious figure in the shadows.
No, it's just that they don't know what his role is, I guess.
Oh.
A little disappointing, honestly. I want my McDermott fix.
Okay, but if you did play Unknown from Pokemon, what letter would he be?
D.
D for Dylan.
D, not only D for Dylan, but D for Dermot. That which he is Mick. Mick of.
That's what she is MC of.
I thought of a really good show for him to star in, though.
Oh? Party for One?
A show. No, I thought of a much better idea.
Batman?
Oh, you want him to be Batman?
Batman.
You know what? Sure.
Yeah, actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd watch.
Idea.
I mean, like, if they announced Dylan McDermott as Batman, everyone would be like, huh? Who was that again?
Like a mid-2000s Smallville companion show. That would make perfect sense.
Oh, yeah, like if he was like CW's Batman.
I could actually see that happening.
Yeah, like he can be in Batwoman. And he can just be like, I'm Batman.
He's the knockoff Batman.
Yeah.
No, the real idea I had for a show, though, is a show where Dylan McDermott is a hacker.
Oh, no.
And this...
Oh, no.
Shut up.
And the show is
ideas.
No, you have to hear the title.
Oh, fuck you.
Actually, better yet, I want you guys to guess the title.
Is it just called Hacker?
That's almost as good as my idea. Or possibly better. I don't know. Stare?
Jacked in.
You guys are good, but no, I was thinking it would be called Anonymous.
Oh, no! It would be called that.
Okay, it's a CBS show called Anonymous. His name in the show, Jack Din. Book it, CBS. We're here.
Please, we need the money.
Yeah, our DMs are open.
We will write for
mine
this.
Aren't.
Well, yeah, I meant the TV Tuners podcast account. Anyway, this show, huh?
Yeah, we open up with
some
boys in the woods.
Before we start, what? No, we don't.
Oh shit!
We get like some real power exposition in the first minute of this.
Yeah. Before we start, I want to talk about. So I was looking up some info on this show. There isn't a whole lot, but there is this nice little juicy morsel, which is the actor who plays the son, Malcolm Bright.
The prodigal son.
Yes, the titular prodigal son. Was not the original actor cast for this. The original actor cast for this was Finn Jones, otherwise known as Danny Rand from the Iron Fist series.
Oh, no.
Our favorite boy.
Honestly, looking at how this actor portrays the character, it kind of makes sense. I can kind of see it.
I think we got the better of the two realities.
Well, so did the creators, because he got recast after a table read. So they heard him in a table read and said, ooh, not good.
Oh, no.
He got offered the role without auditioning, and then they saw the table read, and they were like, oh, bad mistake. Nah, this guy is probably, he's okay at it. It's a role. Sufficient. It's a role that must be hard because it is poorly written. But this serial killer, I don't know if you guys recognize him or not because he's behind a fake beard. But it's Michael Sheen, Aziraphale from Good Omens, a former episode of the show.
I was thinking of Martin Sheen.
There'd be something else if Martin Sheen was in this. If Dylan McDermott were the son, Martin Sheen would be the dad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's sort of taking that goofy, good-natured charm that he had as Aziraphale and using it for evil here.
The angel has become the demon.
So yeah, we see this. We get like heavy exposition in 2 minutes. We see the Malcolm Bright as a young child. His dad is getting apprehended by the police.
Yeah, rich people, serial killers getting arrested. Yeah. That's how you know it's fiction.
Yeah, usually they just get away with it.
Yeah, especially a doctor.
Yeah, don't you have to like kill a lot of people to become a doctor murderer?
I mean, you've got all the tools to cover up your crimes, so it's.
But yeah,
you have to kill like at least 2,000 people before you get caught.
True. So we cut to the present day. This was like 1996 or something ridiculous.
Yeah, and we get a shot of him all grown up, and it sort of looks like he's in like a Catholic priest jacket, sort of. He's got like a tall collar.
Yeah, but instead it turns out he's just an FBI profiler. At least for the first 5 minutes of this show.
But it's symbolic because this show's about original sin. Of your dad being a serial killer.
I guess. Anyway, this guy
I didn't say it was smart.
This guy thinks cicadas are amazing. He goes on a speech about how cicadas use their sound to protect themselves.
That's deep.
Yeah, by pretending to be their predators.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, 2 minutes in, he's getting his ass kicked by the serial killer.
Well, yeah, he goes into the building all by himself.
Which, like, I think you're just the FBI profiler, man. Maybe you should not.
Yeah. And maybe check the corners.
Yeah.
Before going into the room.
So he gets the shit kicked out of him, and then I guess the murderer just takes him to his murder den.
Oh, he gets a flashback to his dad in prison, and I thought this was like something that didn't happen because it was a child talking to a serial killer.
No, they just let that happen. Similar to how
Dad, why'd you kill all those people? I don't know, son.
No, it's better. It's like, well. And that's like 80% accurate to what was in the script.
Yeah, probably. Honestly, out of everyone on this show, I think Michael Sheen is probably doing the best job. He's fun. He's doing a fun job.
Well, it's easy to be fun when you're a serial killer. Or playing one.
Yeah, it's certainly much easier than being either of the two cop characters in this episode.
Rest in peace.
Anyway, this dude is literally psychoanalyzing the killer to his face.
Oh, yeah. He wakes up and there's these heads in a jar, and that's kind of cool.
He seems nonplussed by the heads in the jar.
I like how the serial killers react really well to being analyzed to their faces.
Yeah, he doesn't just murder the guy.
You really get me.
Anyway, the cop comes in, murders the serial killer. Yeah. Malcolm is mad at this guy, but then also punches him in the face when he calls him son. Does he do that to anyone that calls him son? Like if
it's his trigger.
Like if an old guy on the street is saying, "How you doing, son?" Does he just punch that old man in the face?
Right in
Haven't
the face.
Haven't you learned enough, old man?
How many times do we gotta teach you this lesson?
You're not my dad. My dad's a really bad man. You're a good man. You're getting punched.
Thank you, Swanson.
So yeah, cut to he's talking to the FBI higher ups, and apparently they never ran psychological tests on him before they gave him a job and a gun.
Well, it is American law enforcement.
True.
They probably did the racism tests, and he passed with flying colors.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, certified racist.
Yeah, and they were said, "You're hired. Here's your gun."
True or false? I like white supremacy.
And he actually didn't answer. And they took that as good enough.
They assumed he was meant to put down true.
Yeah. So
we have 10 suspects. 9 of them are white men. 1 is a black man.
I bring in 9 more black suspects.
So yeah, they find that he's not like psychologically fit to be part of the job, so they kick him out.
And that should be like a career-changing event.
But no, instead, we get a look at like his everyday life, I guess. First off, he sleeps chained to his bed.
Also, this fucking apartment, it's like
Yeah?
I can't remember the guy. Norman Bates. No, not Norman Bates. The guy from American Psycho. I can't remember his name.
Oh, it's like It's like Patrick Bateman.
Patrick Bateman. Yes, it's almost Patrick Bateman-esque. Like how lavish it is. That's how you know he's a serial killer.
Yeah, I guess, and that's like the show plays with this a little bit when he meets his dad, where it's like, maybe you're a serial killer too, because I'm one, because I guess that's how genetics works.
Well, in the first minute, it's like, you're just like me, son. You're also a serial killer like I am. You like to kill, son, because you're like me. We're going to explore that throughout the series, because you're just like me, son. You're a killer as well. And we're going to comment on that throughout the show, because you're just like me, son.
So he immediately lands a job with the NYPD, which sounds about right. Yeah. Lou Diamond Phillips is here as like the grizzled police chief who's like, yeah, I owe you a favor for some reason that we'll find out at the end. So this guy has a complete ripoff of the guy from Hannibal's trait.
Yes.
Where he can see the mind of a serial killer. It's literally right down to having like murder flashes, which is a thing from that show and movie and book. But this one, instead of being...
This is a hashtag original show.
Instead of it being like sort of an artistic like look into the killer's way of thinking, this is sort of just like holographic murder flashes. Like we see like holographic ghosts of the people who are being murdered and the like shadow murdery person.
Yeah, Swanson, we've never actually had a show before that had
murder.
Someone think like a killer because they're related or are a killer.
Yeah.
Never done before.
Also, the FCC wouldn't allow it.
It's true, yeah.
They have strict anti-plagiarism regulations.
Yeah, they make sure that there are no two shows that have anything close to the same thing going on. That's why there's only one police procedural allowed each year.
I'm really proud of our boys in blue at the FCC.
Yep. Blue Lives Matter. And by that I mean FCC.
And then the mom shows up.
Yeah, this character,
She's kind of vaguely British, so I assume she's also a serial killer.
She's not vaguely British at all.
Oh, well, she's very posh, and that's kind of British.
Okay, sure. Yeah, this is like an overbearing...
She's a serial killer. We see her commit several murders throughout the show, and by that I mean she's not very interesting.
Yeah, she murders some lines. And by which I mean she does a bad job of delivering them. Not that she did like a dope job. She's an overbearing mom character. I love that trope. Thank you for that. Along with a sister who's in a field that might be opposing to his. Ooh, she's a journalist. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say murderer. I guess that wouldn't be opposing to a police officer.
No, it would probably be in the crosshairs. I'm more concerned because before he
is murderer a field?
Yeah, you go out for job interviews. They say, "Do you have any prior murdering experience?"
Yeah, that's what they ask you at the Chicago PD
and the LAPD too.
How do you feel about torturing people?
Yeah, they say, "Are you ex-military?" Great.
What are your thoughts on black sites?
So I wanted to...
Have you heard of the racial holy war?
I want to circle back for a second. He finds a copycat on his first case.
Ooh, that's like a nat 1.
Yeah.
Nat 20. I'm not sure which one.
He rolled a nat 20 for his first murder case. He finds a copycat killer of his dad's murders.
That's really cool. That's really convenient.
We get introduced to the stereotypical black guy first. He comes in, he makes a joke. The other guy doesn't get the joke, and he says, "Huh, I don't like this guy." But then I guess he just continues to sort of like him later.
At the end of the series, they're going to kiss.
Ooh, maybe. We also have Stern Bronx Lady. These are the two most generic characters on the show, which is saying something. Yeah, they're two characters from New York, and they're making jokes. Every time,
my favorite.
Yeah, every time like the Malcolm is like spewing some exposition or like delivering a line, they have to cut back to these two so that one of them can make a bad gag. It's painful. Anyway, so they investigate the morgue. They go to the morgue after he has a dinner with his mom. And
favorite scene.
Yeah, dinner with his mom.
Yeah, like that's what I'm waiting for. Whenever I'm watching a show, I'm just like, oh my god, just get to the scene with the mom and dinner.
Yeah. Anytime anyone's having a dinner, it's a good time, you know.
Like, you guys were there when that scene started. I was like on the edge of my seat. I audibly gasped when the mom said something. I was, oh my.
Okay, what did she say?
First off, she calls his job the murder business.
And she's right. Woke mom.
I was like, oh.
I mean, yeah, but it's also his job, so it seems like a weird thing. She seems very weirded out by the fact that he's covering serial killers. Mm-hmm. But then I guess it makes sense because it is her former husband's copycat killer. So he starts starting to try and he has like a weird flirtation with this morgue lady who doesn't show up the rest of the episode. She's in this one scene.
Well, Wikipedia lists her, so she's probably showing up again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so, but do you think she just shows up in one scene every episode, says a weird line, and then everyone's like, huh, all right.
Probably. Maybe she's
a murderer.
She's kind of weird. She could be a murderer.
I'm noticing a trope of quirky morgue people.
Yeah, I think it's been around since at least NCIS has been around.
Well, imagine a dead serious morgue guy.
Good.
Time of death was 3 hours ago.
Yeah, I would love it. How great would it be if there was like all these other characters who are just like cracking jokes, and then there's just this deathly serious morgue character.
We found semen in multiple wounds,
and then someone says like sounds like me last night or something, and then he just gives them a stern look and says,
a woman was raped.
He just says, death is serious.
People are dead. This is not a time for comedy.
I would love it. It would be my favorite character on anything ever.
His catchphrase is taking off his gloves and then sighing.
And then slapping the guys with them.
The idea that someone's catchphrase is just a sound that they make is good.
Well, I mean, that is Homer Simpson.
I guess, true. He has numerous catchphrases if that's the case. Anyway, so then he tracks down, he works out somehow that this is dealing with like dominatrix stuff.
Oh yeah, something about Japanese style bondage ropes.
Yeah, and he has to go find a dom. And
don't we all?
Yeah, just like all of us. And
he finds the one dom in town.
Yeah, he puts out a Craigslist ad for dom and finds the right person. I actually don't remember how they find this house.
I don't care.
Anyway, they get in here, and the guy is strapped to a chair. The real killer has escaped.
Yeah, and then they find out there's a bomb.
Yeah, under his chair.
Because of course there is, right?
And it's like, at this point, get the NYPD off this case and get in Jack Bauer. Because you got a terrorist serial killer on the loose.
Yeah, if there's a bomb, it's a terrorist now. The NYPD's jurisdiction is no longer valid.
Yeah, get John McClane at the very least.
Yeah, because this guy certainly is not going to cut it. He is locked into this chair for some reason, and so
he can't get out of the bomb.
Well, I guess for some reason, what I mean is this dude went to a lot of effort to just lock a dude into a bomb for some reason.
So
he can't get away.
Did this guy cuck him? Wasn't that like a plot point later on? Now it's a big revelation.
He set him up to. He had him set the ads up with the intention of killing him afterwards.
Yeah, but he also had sex with his wife, I think.
I don't know.
When he had the heart surgery from Murder Dad?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so okay, that makes sense.
Classic serial killer origin story.
Yeah, I wish that movie Cuck was like this.
There's a movie called Cuck?
Yeah.
Why am I surprised there's a movie called Cuck? And why am I not surprised that you've seen it?
I've seen the trailer.
So...
Stair has a t-shirt from that movie. He's a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Well, it says a t-shirt that says cuck, to be fair.
It's a black t-shirt that says cuck in red letters. What's that all about?
You mean the t-shirt?
Yeah, Stair, you're not married, so
Yeah.
I don't really...
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
no,
confused.
I cuck other people.
Oh, okay, you're a professional cuck.
I'm a professional
So
bull.
wait.
Oh yeah, I guess that's
So
what they call that. Also, that's a CBS show. Anyway.
So you wear the shirt to broadcast to the person looking at the shirt that they're the cuck?
Yeah.
Or...
This is what we call a power play.
Ooh.
It's pretty powerful.
So anyway, this guy has a bomb. It's about to go off. Bright's best idea is just to cut this dude's head off cuts this dude's hand off. That would be so much better if he just cut his head off.
Don't worry, I'll end your suffering.
His idea is to cut the guy's hand off because he is psychotic.
Handcuffed to the chair.
I feel like there might have been a better way to do it than to just immediately cut his hand off.
mean,
That's the first plan.
I mean, the chair is made out of wood, but I don't know how the bomb was set up.
It was first off, it's a chair made out of wood. You can't just cut the chair?
I don't know. I think I would have just cut the guy's hand off and not taken the chance.
Okay, so you're also psychotic.
I mean, Jack Bauer did it.
Yeah,
From
Jack
the
Bauer is a
role model.
psychopath. Stair got quiet because I made fun of his daddy.
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna pay for that.
Wait, guys. Who's that walking towards us?
Huh? Oh
Who is
no.
this?
Greetings.
It's
It is
Antonio!
I.
But you're supposed to be dead!
I'm alive and well, my friends.
Wow.
Wow.
I will be editing the podcast this week.
Oh, and your voice sounds different.
Yeah, it sounds
Congrats.
really different.
It sounds more like
I'm,
Kia's voice than it did mine.
I'm a little wounded, so I sound slightly different.
Wounded? What happened?
I've been shot.
Oh, yeah. I
Oh.
remember that.
Oh, so you are still the person who's been shot.
We should probably get you some help. Let's cancel the podcast for today.
Nah, Antonio seems fine.
No, the show must go on, my friends.
Alright, well thanks.
Goodbye.
Anyways, yeah, the building explodes, but they get out. And that guy's presumably fine. We never get a follow-up on him.
I'm assuming the whole reason this entire part of the episode was made was because someone had a really good joke. Or what they thought was a really good joke. And they had to work backwards from there. Because he comes out with the guy's hand on ice and he says, "Oh, I gotta give them a hand."
That's fine. That's acceptable.
It's you know what? Fine. If I were
It is worth the whole
if
setup.
I were a dad watching this in my jorts
If you were a daddy.
and my Van Halen t-shirt, I would get a hearty chuckle.
I would be like, heh.
Yeah, I'd go. That'd be what I would do. Anyway, yeah. So they eventually go to a party. That's their next lead.
Oh. And we
Yeah?
get the family again. Just being utter shits.
Oh yeah, and his mom is at this party, and I guess so that means that gives the writers a reason for them to split up, so that cop lady can be put in danger. At this point, he has met his dad, I believe.
Oh, yeah, the dad gave him the tip-off.
Right. Yeah. At this point, he has like a reunion with his father. That is, it's okay, I guess, as far as scenes go. He seems to suggest that his dad is afraid that he'll walk out the door, so he gives him like a reason to give him the info by saying that he'll keep coming back. Which, I mean, he doesn't actually have to follow through on.
Not at all. He could just leave forever.
But keeps doing it for some reason when you could just be like, yeah, thanks for giving me the info, sucker.
Anyways, it's revealed that the copycat was Murder Dad's former patient, and he got cucked.
Yeah, so he's getting revenge
by copying the Murder Dad.
Yeah. He does...
From its murder notebook, he ripped a page out.
He seems to have ripped a page out. He may or may not have, because they seem to be teasing...
He might have been loaned it by Murder Dad.
Yeah, they seem to be...
his murders.
They seem to be teasing that the dad might have might have done it himself.
Yeah, we'll talk about Murder Dad's situation a little more once we're done with the recap.
Okay. I thought I was running this show. Fuck. You're the host now, I guess.
Yeah, Swanson, you haven't noticed Air has the guns now.
Yeah, when did you get those?
Antonio helped me. You know how he is with sleight of hand.
Crafty Antonio. Anyway, he talks with the guy.
Oh, which guy?
I don't know, his murder dad's friend, sure.
The criminal.
Yeah, he comes in and he talks to him, and he's gonna kill his wife, or he's gonna shoot the Bronx lady, but Malcolm takes like the syringe that he was gonna kill his wife with, and threatens to inject himself with it, and boy, the writers were having a field day with this scene, let me tell you.
It's good. I like it. It's dumb.
He gives a dumb monologue, like one of the dumbest I've ever heard.
Yes, and me. I deserve to feel the pain.
He says, he says the title. He says, I'm the prodigal son. It's ridiculous that he says that he's the guy's son, and like we have to cut to a reaction from Bronx Lady.
She's like, what?
Yeah.
Oh?
And then anyway,
No way.
The other cops show up just in time. And she asks him, like, you weren't really going to do it, were you, Malcolm? He's like, no way. That's totally ridiculous. No. He, like, winks at the camera.
He looks up at the stars and then whispers to himself, I was going to do it.
And I don't actually know if that's the dumbest part of the episode. I think it's a tie with what we get near the end before he talks to Murder Dad one final time, where we get Cop Daddy's backstory. So this cop guy seems like some sort of like weird mentor to Malcolm, or like he has some sort of connection with him. So eventually, like, Bronx Lady's just like, yeah, what's up with that? So we get this flashback. And the cop comes to investigate, I guess, because there's been like a call of something. And he gets invited into...
A prank call.
Oh, okay. And he gets invited to Murder Dad's house. And Murder Dad prepares some tea, which is how he prepares to murder his victims. But then the kid just comes up to him and says, don't drink that tea.
You should get your gun out.
And the cop's just like, well, okay. I guess, yeah. Like, this cop...
Sounds legitimate to me.
If a kid talked to you in, like, that completely dead, emotionless voice, you'd be like, Well,
I probably wouldn't take my gun out.
I would probably leave.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, as a cop, I probably wouldn't leave because this kid's clearly fucked up. But I would probably
leave and talk to someone else about it, just in case.
I'd be like, what a funny story, kid.
I think, yeah, you know what I would do? I'm calling backup immediately.
Yeah, you just hear the Halloween theme playing.
Yeah, the moment there is a kid who comes up to me with deadpan and says, he's gonna kill you, I'm calling backup. Anyway,
I'd be like, this is a cute kid you got here. Then I drink the tea down, and then I die.
This cop gets saved by a kid, and somehow he's managed to make it to, like, commissioner. Or I guess chief.
He's the king of the
that's
police.
That's the best way. Yeah, he caught a serial killer by sheer luck, showing his police skills.
I mean, we all remember the name of the guy who caught Ted Bundy.
Ooh, yeah. That guy.
How did he catch him?
He walked into his house.
What?
And he just found a bunch of beheaded corpses.
Why was he there, though?
No, that's not actually what happened. That's what this cop did.
Well, I spent like a decade just completely mismanaging evidence and ignoring stuff. And
then eventually just happened to catch him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how often serial killers get caught by sheer luck. They never really do that on TV, do they?
Yeah.
Anyway, so his cop dad, now that Cop Daddy's origins have been explained, it's time to talk to Murder Daddy. So they have one final confrontation about murder.
Dad's like, murder's actually good.
Kind of. They have this last conversation where like they seem to suggest that that Martin Sheen's character might have been doing this as a way to lure his son back to him, which I guess is going to be a thing that they're going to continue to run for, I don't know, however long this show lasts, probably a season. And then it's
going to be a 10-seasoner. I'm calling it right now. 10 seasons.
Oh, yeah. Probably around like the 5-season mark, he realizes that his dad didn't do it. And then by the 8th season mark, we find out that his dad did do it.
And then in the season finale, we find out that
the son did it.
Series finale. The son.
Yeah, it was actually Cop Daddy. Oh yeah, at some point they're definitely going to be teasing that this son is going to become a serial killer. Oh
yeah, that's what's going to be the season finale.
Yeah, like he's going to be like pointing a gun at an innocent person or something.
Like all cops do at some point.
Yeah, and his dad's going to be like, "Do it."
Anyways, I wanted to mention there was a line from Murder Dad.
At the end?
That he's getting money from Saudi Arabia.
Oh.
Still?
Yeah, for...
and I'm just like, what's going on here? What's this connection?
I thought it was for surgeon stuff.
Yeah, but he implies that he's been still getting money, even after he was incarcerated.
Oh. I guess like, rich people can do that. I don't know.
No, did Saudi Arabia build the bomb?
Oh, no. Jack Ryan crossover.
I mean, that might be. That might be. With all this Epstein stuff, who knows?
Do you think Martin Sheen's character is on the sex island?
That serial killers are like an MK Ultra offshoot.
So wait, Martin Sheen's character has been on the sex islands?
Maybe. He is a doctor. He's apparently well renowned if he's getting money from random Saudi Arabians.
Oh wow. He was probably real choked up when his friend died of suicide.
Oh. Mysteriously surgically strangled.
Yeah.
All right, well, what if the season finale, they reveal Epstein's alive?
Oh, no.
He breaks out of prison and he says, "I'm with my friend," and you just hear Jeffrey Epstein on the line.
Ha, ha, ha. It's like the Emperor laughing at the end of that.
And the son just yells, "Epstein!"
Oh, did we talk about how this episode literally ends on him saying, "My boy"?
Yes, I was about to, because the final line that he says before he says that is, "There's so much more I can teach you. Beat, beat, beat. About murder."
Which is a good thing.
Apparently. And then the son is like, "Yeah, I guess I'll keep seeing you." And he just says, "My boy!" And that's the end.
All right.
Yeah, and so after the 10 seasons, there's going to be a movie to really wrap things up where they reveal that the serial killing's actually good.
So, yeah. fellas, after watching this, are you pro or anti-murder? Now, keep in mind, there is a man with a knife standing right behind us.
Well, in that case, I gotta say I'm anti-murder.
Oh. Damn.
Wait, who's the knife man? I'm not looking.
I don't know. He's got like a mask on. It's where it looks like William Shatner's face.
Ooh. Yeah, still no on a murder.
Oh, okay. I'm also anti-murder.
Is this going to determine this man's behavior?
I hope so.
Yeah, I am anti-murder.
So you're anti-murder?
You're asking me that as if you have a response.
Well, I'm asking you that because I couldn't hear you.
Yes, I am anti-murder.
Well,
I guess it's settled then. That's a tune out on murder.
So are we gonna live, or is this man gonna kill us?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it's a tune in on murder. I mean, if we're doing tune in now.
Well, if we're anti-murder, isn't it a tune out on it?
Yeah, but I think the show's like...
It's not about the show. Decent. I'm talking about murder.
Oh, okay. I'm tuning out on murder.
Okay, so what's this man gonna do?
I don't know. He's getting closer, though. Anyway, what about the show, fellas?
I mean, it's dumb. There's no questioning it's dumb. But is it fun? I would say it's a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's kind of fun.
I know, but time investment?
It's definitely not good. Nothing I'd ever seek out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this is something you should put on if you're hungover.
I think this is like...
watch on TV.
Yeah, I think I'm giving it a tune out, but like... It's definitely like a, if you really want to check it out, go ahead. It's not going to hurt.
Yeah.
I think it's a, like, begrudging...
Yes, favorable tune out.
Yeah.
Tune out with honor.
Yes, it's a, yeah.
It's a gold star tune out.
That's right. And it also, I think, makes it TV Tuners
show
of the
show
month.
has only had sex with other TV shows.
Ooh. Anyway, that's a tune out for Prodigal Son. And that's it for this week's episode of the show. If you have any questions, quips, foresights, otherwise, you can send them to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that email, Keo Ryan?
You're making me really nervous, Swanson.
Maybe you should ask him to spell things when he's being approached by a murderer.
What's that email, Keo Ryan?
TV tuner,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
There's some vibrating going on.
Oh dear.
Something seems to be shaking in the room. It's the meat hooks.
They're all coming alive.
tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
That's right.
I'm really glad that I'm laying on the ground right now.
We're on Twitter. You can find the show on Twitter at TVTuners. You can also use the hashtag TVTuners, and we'll give a glance at what you're saying. Or condemn you. Like our current tuner boy.
Oh, he's some kind of boy.
Yeah, we got a...
Who's this man you unleashed on us, Stairmaster?
You mean the gimmick fathead?
Guy, yeah, that gimmick fathead at Mr. Gimmick said, sloppy toppy?
Unacceptable.
Look, we are not a family-friendly show, but kids do listen to us, and we encourage it.
And we do not associate with this kind of language.
Yeah, we're trying to get on those YouTube algorithms. We're trying to figure out a way to computer generate our podcast, actually. But we don't have the right to Spider-Man or Elsa. I
also feel like I need to call out at Thoughtbreaker for replying with FR.
For real?
Presumably.
This person is agreeing with Sloppy Toppy.
Look, we can't have people agreeing
Want you to
with
suck?
We can't have people agreeing with this bad behavior.
Yeah. If you want us to listen to us for sex, slide into our DMs.
Now, anyway, Sloppy Toppy does actually count as our TV Tuners fact of the week, which is what do I do at the beginning of every podcast? What's the fact of the week for next week, Stairmaster?
This animal comprises 5% of my being.
Oh, yeah. So if you have an idea for what animal comprises 5% of Stairmaster, use the hashtag TV Tuners, and we'll give a glance at what you're saying. We are also on Twitter.
We'll think about it, and we'll tell you if it's right or wrong next week.
That's right.
If you guess right, you might get Sloppy Toppy.
Just maybe.
Stairmaster, we will not be giving Sloppy Toppy. We just rebuked somebody for saying that. Stairmaster, one more remark like this and you're off the podcast. Oh, he's thinking about saying it again. Look at him.
I can see his face. Look at this cheeky face on this guy. Anyway, we're also on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at Jesse Swanson.
I'm no longer.
I'm on Twitter.
You can find me on Letterboxd at Stairmaster.
You can't get banned there.
Yeah, I also can't ask.
Stairmaster's on Twitter at Mr. Pod Network.
As long as I'm off Twitter, I can't offer anyone sloppy toppy.
That's only on Twitter.
Yeah. Have there been other websites made for that?
So, Swanson, I've got a question for you as a continuation of the racism test.
Oh, no. Oh, we're still doing that?
Stop, he's already dead.
Yeah, so you've recently fired one of your podcast co-hosts, and you're picking a new candidate.
Oh,
no. Okay.
You have received 8 million applications.
I just want to point out, I think the sloppy toppy guy is a person of color.
One of them is the sloppy toppy guy, who is a person of color.
Ooh.
Do you pick him as the new co-host or one of the other applicants? And if it's one of the other applicants, what is their sex and race?
Well, here's the thing, Kiorain. I know the makeup of most podcasters. All of those other people are white dudes.
We should get a girl on the podcast to murder and replace me.
So yeah, I hired another white guy is what I'm saying.
Yep, not racist.
Oh.
Good job, Swanson.
Wow, nice. Yeah, I just feel like they needed another chance, We don't get a lot of chance to see white people talk about stuff on podcasts, so...
Welcome our new co-host, James Adomian.
Yeah. Anyway, at least James Adomian's gay.
Yeah, it really helps with the sloppy toppy at the start of the episode.
Anyway, that's it for this week's episode of the show. If you like what you heard, why?
Bye!
If you like what you heard, you can subscribe on Apple's Podcast, Google Play, Stitcher, all of those podcatchers and more. We're available on any of the podcatchers of your choice. You can rate us, leave a 5-star review. It would be very helpful for getting us noticed.
And if you go on Google.com, you can find us through there as well.
I mean, presumably,
or Yahoo.
Yeah, TV Tuners Podcast. You'll find us then.
I don't know if Ask Jeeves is still a thing.
Sure, you can ask Jeeves about us. He doesn't keep secrets. And as always, we are proud to be part of the Big Heads Media Network. There are tons of great podcasts on that network, including one you might hear right after this. 3 Beers In. It's a beer podcast where 5 friends review beer and talk about life. It's a fun time.
Are they drunk during the podcast or are they sober?
I would assume they're probably buzzed by the end.
We gotta one-up them.
Ooh, I feel like this podcast would not be any better with drugs. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode of the show. We have merch. If you want a shirt, we got shirt. If you want a sweatshirt, we also got sweatshirt.
It says TV Tuners on the front.
Yeah, nothing on the back.
Maybe we should sell a t-shirt that says cup on it.
Oh yeah, there you go. New t-shirt idea. I'm sure that exists.
Or one with my picture on it, and underneath it says Sloppy Toppy.
Okay, how about one with Stairmaster's face on it, and under it says Incel Nation?
Or it says you will receive maximum pleasure.
Oh, okay, also a good one. Anyway, these are all great shirt ideas. If you like designing shirts, give us a call, or DM us, or any of the other methods. Anyway, that's it for this week's episode of the show. We'll see you next week for more TV goodness. Bye. It's over.
Oh no, the meat hook got me!
Wow, look at all that blood.
Hi everyone. This is Clint.
This is Ross.
This is Joel.
This is Cutter.
This is Tony.
From 3 Beers In,
a proud member of Big Heads Media Network.
Each episode we review local Austin craft beer and talk about
Clove and Bananas,
references I don't get,
and Academy Award winner Matthew McConaughey.
So tune in,
crack open a beer,
and hang out with us.
Find us on bigheadsmedia.com,
iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify,
or on 3beersinpodcast.com.
This is the podcast.